Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and in case you missed last episode you should really go back and watch it because it was another stunning run of form from the team. We're currently won our first 13 matches in all competitions. That includes in the league where we've played Man City, Arsenal and Leicester. This episode we can keep that run going. We've got a couple of relatively easy games against Solna and Huddersfield before taking on Bournemouth away. That could be a bit of a challenge. Villarreal away will definitely be a challenge. And then 2 games against Southampton at home. Definitely a run of games that we can continue to win, especially after beating Arsenal and Man City away 2-1. So the team for this match, I am resting a few players. We've got Atsu and Vasquez on the wings with Batshuayi continuing his good run of form up top. Wijnaldum and Kovacic in the centre with Witsel just behind, and then it's Rahman, Lascelles, Mamana and Chambers. As always guys, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us grow and reach more people. I think that we're in with a great chance of making the Champions League this season, so if you want to see us do that, do click that subscribe button. Baba Rahman into Atsu, who's been fouled in the penalty area. We have a penalty inside 2 minutes. Witsel steps up, he missed the last one, but he scores this one. We're 1-0 up, Axel Witsel's first goal for the club. Wijnaldum to Kovacic, now Witsel sends the ball over to Chambers. He slips it through for Vasquez, he chips it in, it's come out, and there's Wijnaldum, Atsu, Batshuayi, 2-0. Callum Chambers coming down the right hand side, we're very dominant at the moment, and here's Vasquez, pulls it back, Atsu's there, and it's too easy. Ruben Loftus-Cheek out to Vasquez. Running down the right-hand flank. Can he get the ball in? He does. It's come for Origi, and that was too easy for Origi. Witsel wins the header. There's Origi spinning the defender. Finds Pulisic. He can whip it across. Oh, and it's an own goal. Johnson to Gonzalez, and Chambers has fouled him, and we might be about to get a red card. It's another unnecessary red card right at the end of a match, and each time it's been the fullback who's done it. Well, despite going down to 10 men, it looks like we are going to see this match through comfortably. 5-0, never in doubt. An absolutely great performance from the team as we win another match. Top of the group alongside Villarreal. It's definitely a straight shoot between us for top of this Europa League group. It is a full-strength side going out against Huddersfield today. Batshuayi is starting up front. He did suffer a gashed head in the last game, but he's fit to start. Atsu on the left, Vasquez on the right, Vilhena and Kovacic with Silva. It's full strength front six here at the moment. I am preferring Batshuayi to Origi just because I want to get his confidence up. Baba Rahman is going to play on the left flank, so it's the international break soon, so I'm not worried about him running his fitness down. Lascelles, Mamana and Chambers also in there, and Murray continues in goal. He has been fantastic for us so far. Throw in from Baba Rahman, now Vilhena. Baba Rahman crosses it, it's come for Kovacic, there's Atsu! A great pass from Kovacic to pick Atsu out first time, and he lashes it into the far corner. Lucas Silva to Chambers, now Kovacic, over to Vilhena, picks out Chambers in loads of space, takes it to the byline, puts a cross in, Atsu's there, and Atsu touches it in easily for 2-0. Lucas Silva over to Chambers. He's been brilliant today and he picks out Batshuayi excellently. He pulls it across and Atsu gets a hat-trick. It's only taken him half an hour. Absolutely incredible stuff. Vilhena picking out hat-trick hero Atsu. He sends the ball in and it's been touched in by Henry, and Atsu has been involved in all 4 goals now. Woodburn's beaten the defender, he's got him behind, he's got a man over, and Wells tucks it in for 4-1, and this is turning into a crazy game of football. Rahman to Vilhena, edge of the area is Kovacic, who shoots and scores. It is another stunning victory for the team, 15 in a row. I cannot comprehend how good this team is. 8 wins from 8 in the league, 4 points clear of Spurs still. We're actually 8 points clear of Chelsea, even though they have a game in hand. It's just phenomenal. We are the other side of the international break, and our first match is a Premier League game away at Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth have in this game been a bogey team for me, so I'm very nervous going into this match. We're only 2 games away from matching the club unbeaten record in all competitions, which is 17. We're currently on 15, and we've won all 15 of those games. It's going to be tough against Bournemouth, but a lot of the players are fit and fresh. Not many of them are regular starters for their national team, which definitely helps us. But the likes of Mangala, Kovacic and Batshuayi are lacking a bit of that fitness. It's still a very strong team going out there. There's not really any position that I'd look to change at the moment. Maybe Batshuayi for Origi, but I'm happy with Batshuayi's performances. So let's see if we can make it 16 wins in a row. Free kick for Bournemouth in a good area. Lucas Silva gets it away, but Harry Arter's there. Arter swings it in, and Yamga's there to touch it home, and he is onside. I thought he might be off, but the goal's been allowed, and we're 1-0 down. Wijnaldum finds Lucas Silva, sends the ball back. Now Vilhena to Atsu. Still going Atsu. The tackle comes in, but there's Vasquez over to Vilhena, who's hit the crossbar. Vilhena to Origi. Time running out for us to get an equaliser. Rahman back to Vilhena. Now Wijnaldum. Rahman with a lot of space. Whips the ball into Atsu. Oh, and he's hit it straight at Fotheringham. Chambers to Wijnaldum. Now Joel Campbell, edge of the area. Loses the ball and Yamga can counter-attack. It's Townsend now, can use his pace. Does beat the defender. He's left Rahman, all ends up. Ball slipped into Yamga, who scores, and that is surely all over for us now. Bournemouth are such a pain in my ass. That is a full-time whistle, and so frustrating. We heavily dominated that game. They hit us on the counter-attack twice and got the goals. Really annoyed at the team for that, but I did say before the game, it's always Bournemouth. I just don't know what it is about them. They know how to beat me every time. And it does mean that our unbeaten run is at an end. Our winning streak is also at an end. 8 wins from 9 games, though. I would have snapped your arm off for that at the start of the season. Just the one change for the match against Villarreal as we look to bounce back from a really disappointing performance. John Flanagan is finally fit and he's coming in for Chambers. Villarreal are going to be very difficult to beat at El Madrigal. The Yellow Submarine do not go down easily. We're both on 6 points in the group. So it would be really useful to at least get a draw, if not a win, away from home. Batshuayi to Kovacic. There's Baba Rahman making the run on the left. Pulls it into Batshuayi. Vilhena tries to touch it out. It's come for Kovacic. Still going. He can hit him from range, and he does, and he's hit the crossbar. Lucas Silva gets the ball through to Kovacic. There's Batshuayi into Vilhena, who tucks it into the bottom corner. We've got the goal that puts us ahead and also gives us that away goal advantage if we need it in a head-to-head in the group. Instead, Bakambo is on a counter-attack. Delma over, and there's the effort. What a save from Murray. Vasquez running down the wing, puts the ball across. It's cleared away, and that should be the full-time whistle. We have got a very good away win. Murray saving us at the end there, but a very good performance from the team. And it gets our morale back up after that disappointing defeat in the league. It also means that we're top of the group, almost certain to qualify from here, and we should be getting through as group winners. We are now back in the league, and as you can see, quite a few of our players are getting a little bit fatigued. This is the first of 2 games against Southampton, the next one in the EFL Cup, so I'm going to prioritise this match and then rest people in the EFL Cup, because I don't mind if we go out of that competition, given that we're in the Europa League as well. I think that most of these players are fit and fresh enough to keep going, and Southampton will be at the same level of fatigue as us for the second match we play against them. But I need to get another win in the league after losing against Bournemouth last time out. The team hasn't really changed from the match against Villarreal. Axel Witsel, the only player coming in. He's signed defensive midfield. He's a little bit unhappy about not playing, which is fair enough, and I'm happy to play him ahead of Lucas Silva, who's been picking up some suspensions. Mangala heads it out and Batshuayi's onto it. He's got Vasquez ahead of him. Players to his left. There's Vilhena, who steps into the box and pushes it wide. Vilhena across to Kovacic. Now Batshuayi. He's in a good position. He's still going. He looks for Vasquez. It's cleared away. But there's Witsel out to Rahman. Now Kovacic in a great area. Goes for goal and it's sneaked in. And how many times has Kovacic done that this season? All of his goals have been outside the area. And he's given us a lead right before half-time. Forster clears it up the pitch, and that is the full-time whistle. We've ground out a win there. There weren't really any highlights in the second half, but getting the win in the league means that from our first 10 Premier League matches, we've won 9 of them. Spurs were hammered by Arsenal, which means that it's all bunching up behind us, but we've got a 4-point gap, which means that we can actually lose another match and still be clear at the top. We are back at St James's Park against Southampton as well, as we play in the EFL Cup. 5th round, I want to say. No, it's the 4th round. We're fighting for a place in the quarterfinal, essentially. We've got Pulisic and Campbell coming back on the wings, and Origi is going to get a start up top. He's got a current 7.7 rating. The only reason he's not been playing is because Batshuayi was complaining about not having enough game time. Lucas Silva is filling in at defensive midfield with Witsel and Wijnaldum ahead of them. I have noticed we are lacking a bit in depth in that centre midfield area because we lost Sigurdsson. So if we do get an injury, he could be in trouble. So that will be an area I'll look to strengthen in January. We've got Rahman, Lascelles, Gomez and Keane in the defensive positions, and the excellent Murray continuing in goal. Origi picks out Keane brilliantly. He sends the ball across. Lewis touches it away, but Pulisic has got it. And there's Origi, and finally we break Southampton down. We've had 9 shots in 15 minutes, and we finally got the goal. Keane to Silva. Looking for a quick second. Campbell back to Pulisic. And there he is. The floodgates are opening. We're 2-0 up. Witsel's won the ball back for us brilliantly. Now Pulisic cuts inside. Witsel tries to find him again, and he has. And Pulisic skips past one tackle on the left wing. Drills it across. It's gone all the way in from Witsel. It's gone down as a Lewis own goal. It must have tucked under his arm and gone in. Boufal sprinting down the right. Loses it to Baba Rahman, who chips it over, and Pulisic has got a break on here. He swings it in first time, and Origi's there for 4-0. Nasri, forward to Rodriguez. He slips it through, and Ayoze Perez has scored against us. We sold him to PSG, sold him to Southampton, and he's come back to bite us in the EFL Cup. Keane into Vilhena, back across to Pulisic. There's Witsel. It's come for Flanagan, of all people, who makes it 5-1, his first goal for the club. Samir Nasri. Back to Pastore, now Pazalak. Oh, and Michael Keane's gone in 2-footed. It's going to be a straight red for him. That's 3 players in the last sort of 7 games that have been sent off in around the 88th minute for stupid tackles. Well, the game has finished 5-1. It's an emphatic victory for the team, despite that red card at the end. Very unnecessary red card as well. Also means we're into the Capital One, or not Capital One, the EFL Cup quarter-finals with that victory. Michael Keane is going to get fined 2 weeks' wages for doing something as ridiculous as he did. But it means that we're now, how many games? Look at this. 1 defeat in what must be something like 20 games now. Absolutely phenomenal form. I honestly don't know what to say. The team are playing so well. When you look at the competitions, we're top of the league by 4 points, top of the Europa League group by 3 points, and still in the EFL Cup now, into the quarterfinals. The likes of United, Man City, Liverpool, Spurs and Chelsea are all still in there. Hopefully we can avoid some of those teams. But I can't believe how well this season's going. If you're enjoying it too, please do subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. That's the best way to let other people know you're enjoying the show. But until next time, see ya.